Everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome to today's card. So today we're going to be doing some shimmery watercolor, and I'm going to be using this cake stamp from the Happy Birthday to You. This is a celebration item, which means if you spend $50, you can pick one of these. And Stampin' just released a coordination product, so you can actually get a set of dies that goes with this stamp set. Now you have to purchase those, but you can get the stamp set for free. So if you have any other questions about that, you can check out my Stampin' Up website. So I am embossing this on watercolor paper, and you can see off to the left that I started with clear water embossing powder, and that wasn't going to work. I couldn't see anything. So I ended up stamping it with Versamark and embossing it with silver. So the colors I'm using for this card are Mango Medley, Medley, I always say Medley, Calypso Coral, Bermuda Bay, and Granny Apple Green. And I brought in the Granny Apple Green because I wanted to mix the Bermuda Bay and the green together to create a new color. So you can see the water droplets there. That's actually a clear Wink of Stella fluid. So I didn't empty it, but I squeezed some Wink of Stella onto each of those blobs of color, and I'm actually using an old Wink of Stella, one that's dried up. I'm using the brush tip on that to color in the cake. So I'm using the Calypso Coral, and then I'm going to use the Mango Melody, and so yeah, and I apologize that I'm halfway out of frame, but not only was I having to hold this up to see it, I basically had to have it in front of my face, but I'm just doing some really easy watercoloring. I'm pulling that greeny blue from right in the middle where that Bermuda Bay and the Granny Apple Green met, and I'm just wiping off my brush on a paper towel once I get done. So like I said, just really easy coloring, nothing fancy. I'm not trying to do any shading or anything like that. I'm just trying to lay down some color. And initially, I wasn't really sure what color I was going to do the actual frosting or fondant part of this. I knew I wanted the cake stand to be Bermuda Bay, and in the dies, and if I can remember, I'll throw up a picture. There's actually a separate cake plate, so you can die cut it out of whatever you want. So here was my grievous error. I was thinking, oh, I'll do a light yellow cake. Well, Mango Melody isn't light at all. I should have brought in So Saffron or Daffodil Delight or something. So I ended up with a cake that was way, way, way too yellow. But at this point, it was too late to turn back. So you're going to see me color this in, and then I'm going to bring in a different color for that yellow flower because it just blends right in. And this was a concentrated color. Like, even though I tried to kind of simmer it down a little bit, it did not simmer down. It didn't simmer down at all. So in the end, I do like it. And here you can see me adding Calypso Coral on top of that yellow, and it makes like a little bit of an orangey color, and I don't mind that. And again, I do wish it was a lighter yellow, but it is what it is at this point. So yeah, I wasn't about to start this over. And I had already been coloring for like 45 minutes. I was not going to start this over. So I'm just going back over it. You know, you can keep going, add color. If you want to add shading, add shading. I'm just wanting to get it saturated because there's so much saturation in the cake part. So eventually on the cake stand here, I accidentally grabbed some of that yellow and it turned my cake stand more green than blue, but I still like it. So these are the Stitched So Sweetly dies. They are, there's some labels that are stitched, but there are these scalloped rectangles, which I really, really love. So since I stamped on a diagonal, I went ahead and cut on the diagonal so that way it would be straight. And once I got it out, I added some Pull Party to a acrylic block, and I'm using that to kind of go around. You guys know I really like to do this, especially when I'm coloring images. So it's not really like floating in the background. And if I wanted to, I could have probably added a little bit of gray underneath the cake pan to give it a little bit of shadow. You could add a little bit of brown to make it look like it's sitting on a table. I didn't really go that far. I knew I was going to add some ribbon and stuff, so I didn't think it would matter all that much. But yeah, it turned out so pretty. And I love the metallic shine of the embossing with the glitter shine of the Wink of Stella. And here I'm showing you how I'm just wiping these down. I put my acrylic blocks in the dishwasher along with the scrubbing pads from the Stampin' scrub. I do that maybe, well, I don't know, every 2 weeks or so. It cleans them right up. So I've been enjoying leaving in this process of showing you how I pick some paper. So I'm really drawn to that black and white, as you guys probably know, from, I believe it's called the Golden Honey, and that is an item you can get for free from Celebration. And I wanted a stripe because you guys know I love florals and I love stripes, but I couldn't decide if I wanted this piece of paper that's from the All Dressed Up suite or if I wanted that Golden Honey. And then in the end, I decided on the Golden Honey because it gave it a bit more contrast, which I was looking for. And then I brought in this piece of Bermuda Bay that's from the Bright 6x6 pack. And I really just kind of love how this turned out. And then I decided to bring in some more black. I was going to use this congratulations stamps from the Peaceful Moments. That went by real quick, didn't it? So I have a scrap piece of basic black. I'm using an embossing tool to take the static away, and then I stamped it. And now I'm adding silver embossing powder. And again, I'm sorry this is so close to my face, but I've been having a hard time seeing. I think my prescription has already changed. I just got new glasses at the beginning of December. So I have a whole 11 months before I can get glasses again. But yeah, so I'm just going to bring my trimmer in. This is why I love this Fiskars trimmer, because it has that wire guide right there, and I can cut as close as I need to. So after I cut that down, I'm going to bring in my card base, which is 4 1/4 by 11. This is basic black. I'm going to put my inside card layer in, which is 4 by 5 1/4, which is pretty standard for me. The outside layer is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then 2 by 5 3/8. So this is a pretty standard kind of layout for me. It's one I really, really enjoy. So once I get that attached, I was trying to decide how I wanted to wrap the ribbon around this cake pan, because I knew, or the cake, because I knew that's where I want the ribbon to go, or the twine. This is the metallic baker twine and sequins that is also a free Celebration item. So what I decided to do was French braid. Now here's what I did. If I were to do this again, I would make sure that I had 4 like strings or strands of the yellow with the 2 strands of the blue. That way I could have, it would be even. And so instead, this doesn't even look like I French braided it, the finished product. It just looked like, I just kind of twined it together. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I rolled it together. I don't know. But if you're going to do something like this, make sure you're using, 4 pieces of the yellow to 1 piece of the, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know what I mean. You want, 2 to 1, 2 to 2. 2 of each, right? So I'm just going ahead and using some washi tape to tape that down, and then I'm going to bring in some dimensional, this is Scotch adhesive. You can use dimensional adhesive if you want to. I didn't have any on my desk, but I do have some linked in the comments in the description box with the rest of the supplies. If you haven't already, make sure you head over to the coordinating blog post. You will find pictures, etc. there. If you haven't, make sure you get your orders in, and I will be announcing another class. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to be doing the All Dressed Up. And then here you just see me using my sleeve to take off the powder. And don't forget, it's a great time to join Stampin' Up! For $99 plus your local taxes. You get $125 worth of product. You get a 6x6 paper pad with 48 pieces from the mini catalog. You get a mini cutter, and then you also get a stamp set of your choice from either the mini or from the annual catalog. And you also get a chance to put the next release from Celebration in your starter kit. So there will be a Celebration Part 2 coming in around the 1st of March. I will be pre-ordering that hopefully later this month. We'll see. There's more paper, there's more stamps that coordinate with punches and dies, etc. It's going to be really, really great. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know down below what you think of this color palette. Have you picked up the stamp set yet? Do you think you're going to be picking up the dies? I really appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you Friday for another One Stamp 3 Ways. Thanks so far. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye for now. Brain work.